Chair, members of the board, I'm Alan Downer. I'm the administrator of the State Historic Preservation Division. I'm here to present an enforcement action against Summon Village for alterations of historic properties at the historic Punaluu Wharf. I think Sam has given an excellent summary of the background here, and unless you want me to, I won't go into it again. In response to a notification from DoCare, SHPD staff went out and looked at the situation there. In the meantime, after we heard from DoCare, we had numerous citizen complaints to our office in Hilo. So the historic Punaluu Wharf was constructed in 1916. It appears in the state inventory of historic places as number 7361. It was first inventoried by the Bishop Museum. Their number is 50HA 7361. To be clear, it is not listed in the Hawaii Register or the National Register. However, the statute defines structures over 50 years old as a historic property. There's no other criteria. It's simply a matter of age under Chapter 6E. So on examination of the property, SHPD staff noted that at least 4 parts of the pier were damaged. There was a foundation pier structure on the shoreline, which had 2 large iron bolts in it, that was completely demolished. There was a standing wall along the shoreline that was demolished in that particular area, as well as 2 of the pilings showed obvious signs of damage. The nature of the damage and the condition there made it very clear that it was extremely recent. There's, the weathering on the rocks and so on. You could see the breaks, and you can see them in the pictures where the damage occurs. It's now, the stone or concrete is bright and not weathered in any fashion. We are asking for an assessment of $10,000 for each of the 4 individual features that were damaged, $10,000 each, plus $10,000 for the overall damage to the site, and $2,165.52 for the administrative costs. I would like to note that on page 5, paragraph 8D, there's a typo. It should be $52,165 rather than $42,000. I'll be happy to answer any questions if the board has any.
Thanks. Sam, why don't you come up and the board can ask questions.
Good morning, guys. I'm not a good spokesman, and I'm not a really highly educated, but I'm a really hard-working person. And I got 2 questions for those 2 gentlemen right there.
Can you state your name first?
Sorry. Simon Village.
And you're not asking them questions. You're
Okay.
talking to us about.
All right. Well, let me tell you guys a little bit about me now. The reason why I was at Punaluu on a private land where is a ramp there known by BLNR. The reason why I'm there is because our state got 4 permits at Puna to do lava tours. I'm 35 years old, and all my life, all I wanted to do was the lava trip. Today I cannot do lava because of our state wouldn't allow me to work there. So plan B was to go on private land where I leased it from Roberts, Hawaii. You guys have the lease. I went to DLNR, got the permit, which you guys have the permit. And then I went and conduct the work, which...
You're talking about the boat permit?
The boat ramp permit, yes ma'am, which is for that location where I was there with the backhoe. The reason why I was there, number 1, never touched any piling. They said 4 piling. There was never a touched piling. If they can prove it, I want to see that. Okay? Number 1, they want $10,000 per piling. That's absolutely retarded, but I'm going to skip that. Number 2 is, that backhoe was brought there for one purpose and one purpose only: make my land safe where I was working, make my people safe. I've been in that area where people were hurt. There are metal objects sticking up. I removed the objects. They are way far from water. If they know the coastline is 15 feet, I have Army Corps engineer came there, brought 5 experts, try to find me, just like these 2 guys are right there. And they couldn't find me with anything because nothing was done illegal there. Okay? Here's our state getting paid from God knows where and how, and trying to put this little guy down as far as down it can. I don't understand. What's the point here? I have every paper that exists. I have not heard anything. I haven't done anything. The locals were upset because they called it so-called, whatever their case is. I want to apologize. They took my license away. I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. And here I am now trying to get slammed with $80,000. I mean, just think about it. I mean, do these guys sleep at night? Anybody thinks around here? I never heard anything. Nothing. Yes, I had my backhoe there, absolutely. Yes, I rented. It was costing me $500 a day to clean it so I can go to work. I'm not collecting on the state. I'm not hurting the state. I'm not doing anything. All I'm trying to do is work. What is the problem here? I don't understand it. You know, like the gentleman there said, they requested me $2 million policy. I have it. My policy requires me to have the place clean. I got to clean it up. I got to make a representative. I take the picture so the insurance can insure me. And I cannot do that on my own property. Do you guys actually go ask BLNR, hey, can I work on my property? Because to clean up? I mean, come on. Well, I'm asking you guys, please drop this case and let me move on with my life. All I ask. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, questions, board members?
I have one for you.
Absolutely, sir. Go ahead.
$10,000 per piling, you said was ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
What's a fair price?
None, because I never touched it. How would I pay for something that I didn't touch?
I didn't ask you that.
Right.
The question I asked you was, you said $10,000 per piling was ridiculous.
Well,
What would be a fair price for a piling if 10,000 is ridiculous?
okay. Again, my answer is to that. I never touched it, so I don't
I didn't-
own any penny on it.
Sir.
I understand what you're saying, but can I answer the reason why I said that? Because I don't know what a pilot is worth in that area.
But you said 10,000 is ridiculous.
Right.
So you don't know what it's worth, but 10,000 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So that's okay. I just don't understand how you can say ridiculous but not have what you feel is fair.
well, first
I'm
of all,
not saying you did anything.
right. I get your point, but you understand my point. Why did I say that? Because asking for something that I didn't touch, $10,000, it is ridiculous. So I cleared the fight for you, and I hope you understand it now.
Well,
Is that clear for you guys? Anybody
well,
don't
you didn't answer
understand?
my question, but that's okay.
I clarified it for you, and I'm answering it right now.
There needs to be a price. If 10,000 is ridiculous, there needs to be a price. Not, I didn't do it. That's not the answer.
Anyway, I'm not moving forward. I don't
Okay.
know how to answer that question to you, sir.
Thank you.
Stan?
I watched you on TV,
Thank you, sir.
so it was big news in the Big Island.
Yeah, I'm the famous guy, huh?
That's the way it was. And I just happened to, on my iPhone, I get the news and had a long clip about you and other people got interviewed. So I was watching you operate your backhoe by the miracle of electronics. So my question to you is, before you started doing what you did at that area, what discussions did you have with the landowner?
Telling them exactly what I want to do there.
Okay, who did you talk to?
Fujimura, Gene Fujimura.
Dean Fujimoto?
Gene, yeah.
And what is his title, if you know?
She title is, that's the person that gave me the lease. I was emailing back and forth the whole time.
All right. Was there any discussion with the landowner about who was going to go on your vessel to go watch the lava?
Right, of course, my customers. Yeah.
Okay, but was there any discussion about whether or not any of the passengers on any of the tour buses were going to go?
No, there was not a contract there yet.
No,
In the future would have been, but not at that moment.
okay, in the future there would have been.
Yes.
So how did that get determined that in the future, those people might go on your boat? Did you discuss that with?
No, I did not discuss that.
You did not discuss that with them?
No, sir.
So how did you reach that conclusion that they would go on your boat?
Well, how the customers will go on my
No,
boat?
how did you reach the conclusion that in the future, the people on the tour buses could go on your boat?
Because they do a concierge system, like where you walk in their office and you'll say you want to go see lava and you pay for it. They're contracted with a guy like me and they send people my way.
Okay, so did that discussion take?
That's not, no, sir.
Okay, but how do you know that the Roberts Tour folks do that?
How do I know that?
Yeah,
Because that's the industry I'm in it.
say what?
That's the industry I'm on it. I take people out on a boat and I have Roberts Hawaii, not the moment booking my boat, but they do book my friends' boats that I know in town.
So you anticipated you were gonna be able to book some of their customers?
Right, but my business plan was not around them bringing the people to me. That makes sense to you?
But they were the landowner right there?
Right. Absolutely, I will take their people, yes.
Okay.
I have a question. Do you want to go ahead? You can go ahead. Please.
Ms. Vlog, did you have any discussions with Gene Fujimoto or anybody else from SM about the work you were going to do before you did it?
Yes, I did tell them, not in details, I told them I'm gonna bring a machine there and clean up the parking lot in the area, and they knew that I would not be able to work unless I cleaned that place up. That place had car batteries. That place, only if I bring the pictures here and you guys will look at it. It's been not treated by anybody, it's used as a dump. I cleaned tons of dump out of there, all kinds of stuff, just to make it where it's represented. I was going to bring normal, clean up people to come and take them out on my boat. I'm a 5-star company in Kona. I'm a professional, hard-working guy. I'm not a spokesman. I don't have a book. I came here with my hands in my pocket. I'm here to tell you guys the way it is, and you guys can take it however you like it. But by my hard work, I want to make sure that my customers don't get hurt when they walk from the parking lot to my boat. I want to make sure that they have a path where they can walk and not trip on batteries and trip out on rubbish and all kinds of stuff.
But so you
I did tell, yes.
You did tell them you were going to
The
use
answer
heavy
is yes.
equipment to clear the site.
Let's take that heavy equipment a little, downsize it. It is a small backhoe, right? You know, heavy equipment, I mean, I don't know what you guys call it, heavy equipment. My little truck that I pull my boat is bigger than the backhoe.
So you have a license to use a boat ramp.
Absolutely.
And the
sir.
boat ramp is a little bit south point side of the wharf.
Yes,
the
sir.
old one.
Yes, sir.
Were you trying to make another boat ramp?
Absolutely not, sir.
You were planning, you were going
Absolutely
to use
not.
just the boat ramp?
Just a boat ramp, and I was a cleanup and more access for me to park. That was about it. And I
what-
cleaned up the objects that were sticking out there, 4 pieces of metals that were sticking out. That was the only thing was removed out of there. And 4 rusted metals moved out of there. Absolutely nothing else. Yes, I understand the locals are upset. The media was all over it. The whole county's got on it. And the state is all over me because, you know, the guys with the 4 lava boats there, the BLNR, are limited to the 4 permits. BLNR again, Shane, all these guys making over $3-4 million a year. They got monopoly 4 permits. On the other side, where I should have the 5th one. Why not? I got the equipment, I got the entrance, I got everything. Why I can have the 5th permit? But when I go to do the 5th permit, the state wants to make sure that I never get up again, charge me $100,000 for a piling that I never touched.
So, actually I was kind of surprised that you were planning to run a lava tour from Punaluu. It's close to 45 miles, isn't it?
No, sir, it's only 26 miles.
26?
Round trip, yes, sir. I have the best boat for the quality of the job, yes, sir. Yes. I have a CUI Coast Guard inspected vessel that can handle that type of work.
And you could you could launch, have you ever launched your boat from the Punaluu ramp?
No, sir, I never got to launch it because I could not get with my boat where the ramp is because of the rubbish and the garbage. So that's what I was trying to do, make a path where I can turn my truck in and this whole county flip the script.
How big was the boat that you were planning to use?
It is 34 foot, sir.
How wide?
How wide is your boat?
10 feet,
10 feet. And how wide is the boat ramp?
about 15.
50. So is any problem
Absolutely
Loading
not.
your
I'm
boat
loaded right now
from-
in a smaller ramp where I'm using.
on the boat ramp?
Yes, ma'am.
But you haven't done it?
I could not done it because as soon as I got the permit, the lease signed it to me, the very next day I went and got the backhoe to clean up the area, and the third day I was gonna bring my boat there. That never happened. I waited for at least 1 year.
I just actually, so other people use the ramp, right?
Yes.
How do they get their boats in and out?
Oh, that's super easy. Those are the ones that actually I'm sitting here with you guys. Good question. They use that ramp with no permits, no signs, no insurance, no papers, no anything. They have a little boat that is smaller than a raft, a paddle canoe, and that's how they use it.
Okay, so you needed to
Now,
clear
these
an
are the
area.
guys that actually are involved with all this, so a bigger guy like me don't come there, and BLNR shows up and start checking their paperwork and all that, and I'm sure their cousins somewhere with these guys that sit on the other side, and that's how things go. God, I'm sorry.
That's why.
Stan?
I don't know, were you aware that the county gave a violation notice to SM Investment Partners?
They said they were going to, and then they took that off, and they reversed it on me, and
The docket says that they did, the planning director did make a fine, I think 15,000, and then it's on appeal right now.
okay, so that must be something else that I don't know. Okay, so that's another branch that I don't know, okay. I thought that was DLNR. All I'm saying, you guys, let this go. It's nothing been damaged, it's nothing been ruined. The place is the way it was, and it's there. I'm not doing contact in business, let me move on in my life, that's all I'm asking.
So the Corps of Engineer went
Yes,
out
sir.
there, inspected
Yes,
what
sir.
you're doing, is they found nothing wrong?
Nothing wrong, they walked
Do you
away.
have anything in writing that states that?
Absolutely, do we have that email number? I have an email if that's okay, can I pull it electronically, or you guys want me to print it, I can print it.